What's up guys, it's David here, back with another Wizard101 video. So today we're just going to be reading on the Spring 2020 Wizard101 update notes for April 2020. Before that I just want to say that I know I said that I was going to upload like every week. And I don't know how many people even noticed this, but I didn't upload last week, so I do apologize about that. I'm just really busy. Like even this week I work like 6 days a week, just uploading now, because Saturday it's like a shorter day, so I don't have to work the usual 8 hours, but so just working a lot. I mean, there's really no complaints, because literally all I do is I wake up, I sit in my chair, and I just do work in front of a laptop, and I get paid pretty well for it, so I'm not complaining, but there definitely just is no time to make Wizard101 videos. So with that said, today's video is going to be on the Spring 2020 updates. Not Spring 2020, yeah, is it Spring? Yeah, it actually is Spring, so it's the April 2020 Wizard101 updates. What is this update about? So there's really two things that we care about, and that's just pets and PvP. So a new year brings new magical possibilities. Do you adore your pets? I mean, I adore my pets. Are you looking forward to the next Beast Moon hunt? I don't even know what Beast Moon is. Oh wait, no, Beast Moon. I've actually tried Beast Moon. It was more fun than I expected, I'm not gonna lie. At first I thought this is so stupid, but then I tried it and I was like, wow, this is kind of fun. I didn't understand the PvP aspects in Beast Moon. I mean, I get that you just click cards, but I don't know, I didn't understand why I was getting killed. Because it seemed so simple, you only have like 3 options. So I didn't understand why I was consistently just getting killed. But anyways, is collecting a hobby of yours and you would like to see combat benefits from matching certain types of gear? Not really. I mean, that's kind of like a hoarding problem. I don't see how collecting is a good thing. Our spring update has all of this and much more for you to explore. In this update, we bring out all the cuteness of pets by allowing you to play as your wizard's pet. Yeah, so this is something that I tried. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, I guess it's cool. I mean, it's not something that I'm excited about. I would never just be like, yo, I can't wait to come home and play Wiz today. Well, I stay home every day, but I don't say, hey, I can't wait to play Wiz after work today because I want to be my pet. That doesn't really make sense to me. But maybe if I try to look at things by the lens of a 9-year-old, maybe this might be exciting for me. But it's just hard for me to imagine any reasonably mature person getting excited over this. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're just like 9 or 10 years old. Like, how does playing as your pet, like, they probably, I don't know how much effort they put into this pet thing, but this does not move the needle one bit when it comes to Wizard101. But I mean, I guess it's cool. I'm not gonna shit on it like Monstrology. To this day, I don't know what the fuck Monstrology is. Like, what is Monstrology? I still don't know what that is. Now, that was just idiotic. I'm not gonna say this was stupid. This isn't stupid. I would say this is I feel neutral about this playing as a pet thing, because it's definitely not stupid. It just won't move the needle. So, yeah, that's what I'll say. I'm neutral about it. There's plenty of other pet-related features we've added. We've been revamping. So this is the first time I'm reading it, because as you can see, this is a lot of shit. So, I mean, I guess I could have read it before I did this video, but I probably wouldn't have remembered anything. I did read a little bit on the PvP part, just because that was something I was interested in knowing. But anyways, yeah, so before I even delve deeper, I just think that KingsIsle needs a little bit more recognition. Like, they get shit on way too much. Is anyone grateful that they made all these updates? Like, I haven't seen one person on Twitter be like, yo, hey KingsIsle, thanks so much for all of these updates. You guys are working hard. Like, KingsIsle needs more props. This is a lot of updates, and this took a lot of work, alright? I mean, I feel like KingsIsle think they're gonna get money from this because people are gonna buy mega snack packs to increase their pet happiness so that people will play this as their pets. Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if you're 9 or 10, you get excited about this, but even if you're a little kid, I don't see how this excites you. I mean, no one dreams of being a pet, you know what I'm saying? We're all grateful that we're humans, or wizards. For those playing Melee Quest, additional 4 pet XP. So pet mastery. What is pet mastery? Pet mastery is a way to reward your time spent with your pets. You earn mastery points for each time you win a pet game. What is a pet game? Are you talking about like the games that you train pets with? Trying to read this for veteran players. Yeah, I absolutely hate these pet games, like, to my guts. Like, why do you force people to play these dumbass little games thousands of times just to have a good pet? That never made sense to me. I mean, I get it in theory, because in MMO theory, the concept of a grind is so that players spend a lot of time on your game. So I get the concept in game theory, but this is just so stupid. Because questing itself is a grind, and now you've added another unnecessary grind. News events, news includes. Yeah, I don't even care. I've never once trained like a perfect pet, at least not like a perfect pet in the sense of like what mainstream duelists would think. Just because I don't have time for this. But anyways, to raise your pet happiness, you need to feed it pet snacks. Wow, they just want the money, don't they? Can't overfeed a pet. Yeah, that's definitely a money grab move. But I mean, it's a little bit. You know what? I give them credit because you know what? What this really is saying is that KingsIsle is trying to be unique again, and they're trying to come up with original ideas. So you have to give credit for the effort and for, you know, just trying to come up with unique ideas. So that's something. And then, yeah, I don't really care about these. Oh, wait. It's talking about pet talents here. Combat talents for the Feister pets. Festier pets. What does this word even mean? I don't even know what this word means, and I'm a college graduate. But anyways, we added combat talents, spells that you can direct your pet to cast on demand, or as we call them, Willcast. Each combat talent has a window, how many rounds must pass before you can use it, a cooldown, and a max activation, how many times you can use it. Know that if you are stunned while in combat, you will not be able to issue an order to your pet. Okay, this is the first time I'm reading this. This is actually a really good idea. This is amazing. For anyone who ever complains about this, you know, just be quiet, alright? Just stop bitching and whining all the time. Alright, because Petcast was a huge problem because it was so much RNG and luck involved. So they've taken RNG out, so now I'm not sure exactly if they replace every Maycast with Willcast, so I'm not exactly sure. But if that is the case, that's just amazing. That adds so much strategy involved when it comes to pets, because you're choosing when to cast that Maycast. And so you have to choose like which timing you use. And if you use a Willcast, are you still able to cast a spell? But yeah, all of these are really great. This is an amazing thing. You know what I'm saying? This is an amazing thing. It adds a layer of strategy into what was just dumb luck. And that's always good. To use a Willcast, activate your pet spell before selecting your wizard's own spell. Oh, okay, yeah, so you use the Willcast first and then cast your own spell. Combat talents require a pet to spend a certain amount of happiness to activate them. What the fuck? Why are you involving happiness with these? The higher the talent rank, the more happiness each activation costs. Okay, I don't think I like that, because you're adding another layer of monetization into PvP. Because now you have to feed your pet in order to get Willcast. For now, all pet Willcast talents are flagged no PvP, but as we evaluate these systems, we hope to lift that restriction in future updates. Okay, so it's no PvP anyways. But I definitely think it should be introduced in PvP, but it should not be monetized. PvP has already been over-monetized. It's been over-monetized tremendously. Like, those Pierce Jewels from packs, who do you think buys those? The random person that just likes the quest, and that's it? No, people who quest don't need Pierce Jewels. Pierce Jewels is specifically designed to monetize the the PvP community. The PvP community has been monetized way too much, alright? All the best wands, the best gears, the best spells, they're all monetized. You get... the majority of people that buy those are PvP players, alright? So we've been monetized, or we've been over-monetized, so... I would like to see the Willcast because I believe it adds a layer of strategy over what was previously just dumb luck, but I don't want it to be involved with happiness. Lock talents. Some of these new talents appear on your pet in a locked state. So for use, you would need to collect new pet reagents. Okay. I don't like this. Stop intertwining different elements of the game. Like, for example, like, not everyone is gonna like every aspect of the game. You know what I'm saying? Someone who likes to craft may not like the PvP. Someone who likes to PvP, me, may not like to craft. I hate crafting, I hate training pets, I hate questing, I hate every aspect of this game except PvP and the social aspects of talking to people. Alright, so stop it. Stop intertwining shit. I don't wanna craft for a good pet. Alright, for good talents. Stop it. Stop intertwining shit. I'm not even gonna read that. So new pets. So they added new pets, I guess. I don't really care about the new pets. Egg timers. Don't really care. Item UI revamp. Oh yeah. So this is something new. So the way that you look at item has changed. This I really like. I see a lot of people bitching and moaning about like, oh, I like how it used to be. Like, stop fucking complaining. All right. Stop complaining about every single thing KingsIsle does. Stop it. All right. Now, I don't blame you, the vast majority of people in the world just complain, bitch, and moan all the time, but successful people do not complain, alright? If you want to be the if you want to be the 3% of people that are successful and wealthy, shut the fuck up and stop complaining, alright? Stop it. Stop it. Even if you don't like it. Nobody cares, alright? Nobody cares. Now, I get what you're saying, oh, community feedback is important, and it is. But when it comes to something like this, where it really doesn't even matter, it's just a UI revamp. All right, stop bitching about things. All right, this is a great revamp because guess what? How it used to be is every time I see someone with better gear, I'm like, oh wow, that's a great gear. Where do I get it? I either have to, one, ask them, which I may not get the answers to. One, someone might be too shy to ask. Two, even if they ask, the other person might not answer. So your other option was to you know, type in the exact name. So for example, this one, Vanguard's Mythical Helm. You'd have to type in Vanguard's Mythical Helm on fucking Google and then click on a Wizard101 wiki page to see where you can get this item. Alright? That's a lot of work, right? All of this really should be included in the game. I shouldn't have to leave the game in order to know where to get an item. You know what I'm saying? So this is an amazing feature. So now when I see a gear that I want, I just control and left click and see where I get it. This is an amazing idea, and you know, this saves so much game efficiency. And I didn't see one person on Twitter saying good job on this. So I'm gonna say it. Good job, KingsIsle. This was a good idea. Alright? People need to stop bitching about everything. Set bonuses. I need some water. Set bonuses are now added to equipment. Set bonuses grant you additional stats and benefits. If you equip multiple items from the same set. The more items you have equipped from the set increases the bonus you get. You'll be able to get additional gear. Regardless of item set, you'll be able to manage and range multiple sets quick. So, this is really confusing. Like, I'm a pretty smart guy, and I do not understand what they're saying. I'm guessing they're saying if you have multiple sets of the same gear, and you combine them, it can be more powerful. But if that's the case, that just sounds like another money grab. Which is fine, I know they need to make money, but not in these ridiculous ways. Like, the pet way is honestly kind of fun, because I get it, you're trying to make money, but at least you're making it with a new and original idea. That's, you know, kind of interesting. This set matching bonus seems kind of stupid. Find now and inspect. Let's go window shop and where did you get that? Or maybe you don't even remember. Yeah, so this was what I was talking about, how to find what people have. Now, don't get me wrong, they probably thought they would make money from this, so that's their main motivation. But I'm pretty sure they still wanted to help people just, you know, play the game more efficiently and not have to look, you know, offline. Pretty sure that's at least part of their motivation. Now, who the fuck has this many crowns? How many crowns is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million crowns. Kings are really playing. You know why they put that here? They want to encourage people to get 1 million crowns. That's what it is. And there really are some rich people that play Wizard101. Like, you'd be surprised. Like, there's definitely at least a few 12-year-olds who have millionaire parents. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. 2 new Beast Moon hunts. I really don't care about Beast Moon. Skeletal key bosses. I don't even know what these are. I guess they drop good stuff, but I don't really know what these are. Like, I literally only started... The first time I did Darkmoor was like last week, so that's how behind I am in this game. I just never cared. Chrysalis fishing, don't care about fishing. Advanced moves for castle decoration, don't care about that. FTUE improvements, first time user experience. Yeah, so I read this earlier, so they just changed some stuff up. This is really important, so I'm glad that KingsZao understands this is important. PP improvements, so this is where we're at. I like how they put this last. They know, like, in their heart, they know this is what most people care about the most. So that's why they put it at the bottom. You know how stores put milk at the very back of the store? So on your way to get it, you see a bunch of other stuff that you might impulse buy. KingsZao was like, you know what, I'm gonna make y'all read all this shit before you get to this. But I'm pretty sure most of us just skipped all that and got to this. Anyways, they say they like to thank our PvP community for their continued and valuable feedback. Well, you're very welcome, because you do need feedback, because you guys don't PvP, so, you know, you need feedback. Now, there's a fine balance of feedback and over-feedback, alright? I talked about this before. You know, the YouTubers, the WizTubers, need to chill out, alright? The arrogance needs to be checked. At the end of the day, just because, you know how to make YouTube videos, doesn't mean you know how to fix PvP. And you might say, well, it's not just that I know how to make YouTube videos, it's also because I PvP'd for X amount of years. You know, some people say, oh, I PvP'd for 10 years. That doesn't mean anything. Just because you've read newspapers for 25 years doesn't mean you know how to fix the crumbling newspaper industry. Experience in doing something and the backlog of the production of that thing, two completely different things. Now, can it help? I guess in certain circumstances it could. I personally don't think it helps that much. I think it's a prerequisite, meaning you need to know about it and have experience in it in order to work on it. But by no means is experience in something correlated at all into knowing how to, you know, work the behind the scenes and produce that same thing. That's a little bit. It's a little bit of a complicated theory. So if you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, you just won't get it. Anyways, what did they say? We're working hard behind the scenes to plan out some great updates to this section of the game in the future. We had a few changes we want to roll out spray. So in this entire paragraph, they never talked about boosting once, which was really disappointing because that's just the #1 priority for competitive duelists. I know they've addressed it already. They say they're going to fix it, but I just like to see it in print more often, just so we know that you're serious about it. We know you are serious about it, but please just put it on print. Anyways, so they're talking about ticket inflation, how some people have too many tickets. So they thought about resetting it, but then, you know, people were bitching about it, so they were like, never mind, we'll think about it. What else? Yeah, so they introduced turn-based. So they introduced turn-based, and you know, of course, people were bitching about it. First people bitch about being second, which I understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, being second in Wizard101 used to mean an automatic L, unless you're in ice against another school. But most of the times, you were gonna lose if you were second. I would say about 80% of the time, if you were second, you were just gonna lose. And if you're a good duelist, you can maybe bring that percentage all the way down to as low as, you know, 60-65%. But the point is, you know, being second was basically an L, which is fine. So complaining about being second and having no chance is fine. But people used to complain about being second all the time, and I was just mind blown by the stupidity of the average person. You know what I'm saying? Like Kings Up would never risk the integrity of their game just to spite you. They don't care about you, alright? I mean, they care about you, but like they don't care about you that much to the point where they're gonna go out of their way to do anything to you, alright? Every single person is first about 50% of the time, and every single person is second about 50% of the time. Now, you have these dumbasses that say they swear that they're second a lot more than they're first. So, you know, let me just break this down to you and let me explain how this works, alright? The way that the algorithm, the way that the coding works in this game is that, you know, every time you step on a sigil, you know, every time you step on a sigil, you have a 50% chance of being first or second. Now, it's not just in PvP, alright? When you fight a mob, when you quest, when you know, enchant treasure cards in Unicorn Way by fighting the ghost mobs, that counts, alright? All of that combined counts as being first or second. So a lot of people, they think that they're always second in PvP. Well, that may be the case, but the reason is because when they fight mobs, they happen to be always first. You know what I'm saying? The same sigil that you fight mobs in is the same one that you fight other duelists in. You know what I'm saying? So all of that is combined. So one thing that I did when I was a competitive PvP player was when I was enchanting treasure cards in Unicorn Way, and I was getting first a lot against the mobs, then I would make sure to keep fighting those mobs and keep making treasure cards until I was second, at least twice in a row, or at least one time, alright? If I see I was second while making treasure cards, okay, then great. After I make it that time, I go to the arena and I queue up, right? But if I see that I'm first against a mob in Unicorn Way for like, you know, 2 or 3 times in a row, I'm not gonna go ahead and jump into the arena. Even if I was done making treasure cards, I am not jumping into the arena, alright? I keep fighting mobs in Unicorn Way until I'm second for 1 or 2 turns, alright? For 1 or 2 battles. So that's a really nuanced, competitive PvP strategy that's, you know, when people think of PvP strategies, they think about what you do in the arena. When you're in a match, but that's really not true. At least 50%, at least half of PvP strategy is done outside of the arena. Now, this particular nuanced strategy is something that I never told anyone, not because I was trying to keep it as a secret, but just because there was never an instance to. Like, there was never a time where I was making a video where I just suddenly remembered, oh, this would be a good advice to tell people. It just never crossed my mind. And there's so many of these little things that I know that you just, you know, you can't, like, I can't remember all the time to tell you these things. And these things, the only way to know these things is through years and years of practice, right? There's no overnight successes. For those of you that read my blog that I made about my PvP journey, you know, no success is overnight. It's years of pain, years of trial and error, and years of failure behind closed doors. And you learn from those things, right? Like this thing, like who even knows about something like this? Well, I bet you a lot of top tier duelists knew this, right? They just never talked about it because it never crossed their mind to talk about it. So, you know, those are just the things that you can only learn by, you know, years of experience. Nothing can replace experience, right? Especially in the real world, right? In the real world, there is no boosting. You work your ass off for years if you want to be successful, right? There's no cutting corners. Anyways, pip generation. Okay, so I really like this idea. Pips, power pips, and shadow pips are generated on the opponent's turn rather than on your own turn. This will allow you to see what resources your opponent will have on their turn and react with more strategic counters. So I really like that idea. Hammond Epilation. So this is a really great idea as well. So before in turn-based, when it's your opponent's turn, you can't do anything, right? You can't discard, you can't draw, you can't do anything. And I always thought that didn't make sense because, like, that was just so, like, it makes it so boring. Like, when it's their turn, you're just bored. You're just there like, what am I doing? I'm just sitting here staring at a screen. You know what I'm saying? So I really like this idea. Even, I don't even care about what strategy implications this may have. It just makes it less boring. Like, you need to be able to do things. You can't have 20, 30 seconds of like just complete staring at the screen. You know what I'm saying? And you might be saying, well, maybe you can think about what you're going to do next turn. There's not that much involved thinking in Wizard101. I mean, not in 4th HPEP. Anyways, Shadow Shrike. So they're saying they they increased the they didn't increase the backlash, but it no longer double reduced the backlash. So that's really good. The Shrike and all that needs more punishment, if you will. Like, you can't just easily hop in the Shrike, easily hop out like it's nothing. Like 50 Pierce like it's nothing. You can't be doing that. So I like that idea as well. Many spells have been added to a watch list for their power. Fire Beetle TCs are now no PP. So, you know, a lot of you have already seen my video on the school tier list, and you saw that Fire was literally the last bottom tier school. So I think this is where community feedback could be dangerous, because you have a bunch of amateur players who really don't know much about the game, bitching and moaning about Fire, when Ice is so clear. It's like, it's not even the elephant in the room, it's the fucking dinosaur in the room, alright? It's so fucking huge, and you're complaining about the beetle on the ground. Alright, you got a fucking dinosaur in the room, and you're complaining about a beetle on the ground. So, you know, this really speaks to the dangers of community feedback. Now, community feedback, in general, is a good idea, don't get me wrong. And the only reason it's a good idea is because KingsIsle doesn't PvP. If KingsIsle actually PvP'd, then no, they should not take community feedback, because they know more than you. They know better than you. They are more mature. They are smarter people. They are, you know, they've actually, you know, studied game theory for the most part, and, you know, they know what they're talking about. You, on the other hand, you're just a kid in your home playing Wiz. You know what I'm saying? You, like, the audacity for you to think that you know more than KingsIsle is shocking to me, alright? KingsIsle was at one point a gigantic, successful company, grossing over $100 million a year. All right, for you to talk down on a company like that, and for you to think that you know how to do better than that, it speaks to your ignorance. All right, because that's just ignorant. You know what I'm saying? That's just ignorant for you to not know your own abilities. You know, sometimes you need to check yourself and watch yourself. Anyways, let me continue. Thank you for your continued feedback and support. You're very welcome. And then there's miscellaneous stuff. I don't really think I need to talk more about this. Yeah, I think that's about it. Okay, mana burn reduces. Okay, so apparently mana burn used to be always incorrect for like, what, a decade? And now destroys the proper 3-pit value count. So you mean to tell me after 10 years mana burn finally does what it was supposed to do? Yeah, so that's basically the update. So that's just basically my opinions on it. I'm very excited for 5th HPP. Very, very excited. It really looks like that they're gonna put in a ton of effort into, you know, making PvP great again. And I'm very excited to see the improvements that they make, the system that they implement. You know, fix all the boosting, and, you know, what 5th H has to offer as far as, you know, including more strategy, pulling back on RNG, giving people more strategic avenues, just more strategy and less RNG, and cut out the cheating, and PvP will be amazing, and I'm really looking forward to it. I will be back. If KingsIsle fixes boosting like they said they will, if they keep their word and fixes boosting, then I will be back in the arena, this time with a mystery Lotus character that I have not revealed yet and will not review. Because, you know, just for that little element of surprise. But I will be back in the arena at 5th Age, and trust me, you will see me. I will make my name known again, because I've gotten a lot of haters, and it's really motivating for me when people say, David, you're too old, you just don't got it anymore, things have changed. So, really looking forward to prove it to you guys. You know, I like to think of myself as the Tom Brady of Wizard101. People think you're too old, but you know, there's a lot to prove, and I can't wait to prove it to you guys. So, thanks so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to subscribe. I try to post every week. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see ya!